We're heading up to the woods up here, trying to get everything situated. Got the pup with me, trying to figure out this live. It's all good. It's all good. That's just how life works sometimes. Let me check some stuff here. There we go. Trying to type in what we're doing this morning, and the pup's so excited. Kept hitting the wrong buttons. Took me a little bit, but again, that's how life goes sometimes. It's all good. We're gonna have a good day. It's Tuesday. The sun is out. It was a little bit cool down below where we were at, but when we came up this way, it's a lot warmer. We're a little bit more elevated, so I'm gonna take a wood walk. There's some ducks. See the ducks sitting there? It's really nice. This is like a retention pond. Sometimes there's turtles and frogs and stuff, and ducks and other stuff in there. Come on. So we're gonna start up, going way on top of this hill up here. We usually start at the beginning behind us. Up that way is a parking lot. We usually start up there and go in the woods, and you come out up this way. But I've decided to start up this way. That way when we're done, we don't have to walk this, because it's usually really warm when we get finished. When we're walking, I know heat gets hot, and I'm hot, and just want to get home sometimes, because this area here is all open. So I figured we'll go this way, and then we can take our time in the woods. And when we come out, we're parked right by the entrance. Let me know how you're doing this morning. I'm doing pretty well. He has to pee on everything, but that's just how it is. That's how the dog life is. I was in the wet grass, and then I got on these stones here, and I got little tiny rocks in my shoe. So when we get up to the top here, there's an observation deck at the top. I'm gonna give him a drink, get the rocks out of my shoe, and then we'll be on our little hike. Okay, this is the part I didn't want to do at the end, which we usually, when we come to this side of the woods, we usually do this trail at the end. So this is the way to go back to the car. Be nice if there was a couple of trees and stuff. It's nice to be out in the sun too, but nice if this was a little shaded. Yeah, we parked. You can see the cars over there. It's not far, it's just a little bit of a hike. And these stones here, they're real loose. So it's sort of hard to walk up, and then it gets washed out. So they'll put more stones down, or the stones will wash down. And then it's like real deep, and it's not packed tight. But then you got some of this here that is. But it's all good. It's a fun walk. Very enjoyable. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. If you subscribed, I want to thank you very much. Truly means a lot. Truly means a lot. You can hear the birds out today. Yesterday we were over on that corner right there in that section. And then there's a section here. Then you got this whole section here. It's split up into like 3 sections. So there's so many different trails. I have a map in my bag, but I rarely use it because there's only a couple ways to get in, and it's the same way out. Even though there's a bunch of trails, you can't get lost. You can get misplaced and do loops and walk around and be on one trail, and then you can go in down there and be on one trail and then end up here, but way down at the other side. Because some of the trails that are down that way go down that way, and some loop around. They loop all through there. We did that the other day, and then there's lots of trails in there that are not marked because I guess the guys that ride bikes made some of the trails and stuff like that, and some of them aren't marked. So if you're not careful, you'll end up like, here's a bike trail. This trail here, you'll see a lot of mountain bikers going through there. There's a couple other trails when it gets like fall and stuff, and everything's not so grown up. You'll be able to see more trails. Some of them are deer trails, but a lot of them are from like the mountain bikers and stuff, because you'll see them when we come out from up here and walk down. Sometimes they'll ride down and they'll split off into different trails. But we were walking in there a couple weeks ago, and we were walking in circles. I was sort of letting see, here's another one. It's probably hard to see, but I was letting him take the lead and just letting him wander wherever he wanted to. So we were all over the place, and we passed this one area like I think 2 times or so, 2 or 3 times. Here's some ferns amongst the weeds. Hold on, bub. I'll probably see lots of ferns up here again. Yeah, this is all just stuff like this, weeds, and I believe there's some mountain laurel and some other stuff. Some berries for the birds. Lost my train of thought for a minute. The sun's very nice out, but it's very blinding. It's really hard for me to see. Good morning, good morning. How are you doing this morning? Didn't see who came in the room or in the chat, but I truly appreciate it. See if you can hear the electricity. See if you can hear the electricity. I don't know if you can hear that or not. Maybe down here you can hear it. Sometimes you can really hear it. If you go, see, there's the parking lot way over there. So we hiked a good bit so far, but standing at the car and over that way, you can really hear it. Let's see here. Let's go over here and see. Hold on, bub. Let's see if you can. Yeah, it's real. It's not too loud, but I don't think you'll be able to hear it. But over there's the observation deck. So that's what we're gonna go to here real quick. I'm gonna get him a drink and let him rest for a minute because that was a nice hike up the up that hill there. I'll set you guys down for a minute and let you look at the sky because my tripod don't go that far up in the air. Good morning, good morning. Welcome in. We're getting ready to go for a hike in the woods. Getting the got the pup here. Some water. Gotta make sure everybody is hydrated. Very important to stay hydrated when on walks and stuff like that. There you go. Need some water. Watch your head. I gotta pour it in the bowl. There you go. All right, get your drink. All right, here's a oops. Let's see here. There's the pup. He's just laying there chilling for a minute. I'll probably get more rocks in my shoe, but it is what it is. Hope everybody's having a good morning so far. All right. Good morning, good morning. We're getting ready to go for a walk here in the woods. I'm just letting him rest. We can't really see, but we came from way over that way. So I got him some water here. I'm getting myself a drink. And then we're going to be heading into the woods here shortly. Just have to make sure that he's taken care of. Right. Yeah, don't go down there. Come here. Over here. Come on, this way. This way. Over here. All right. I think all right. I think we are ready to go. I apologize. Get him all. Are you ready, bub? He's all ready. Let's go. Come on. All right, let me. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This trail here is I'm still not even sure what. Oh, it's a white blaze. It's right here on the tree there. See that? The blaze mark right there. It's a white blaze. So this will loop the whole way around. This trail here is, well, it's a squirrel. A squirrel. It's pretty wide, flat. I believe some of this goes on the perimeter of other people's land, because I did see, I'm trying to find it now. There's some right over here. It's hard to see. Straight right there. No, a posted sign. Which some of this stuff here goes. This side here is okay to go into when we get to some of the trails. This side over here, some of it is private land, but this is still a nice area to come up to. That's why I said it's nice, because we would end up finishing the trail coming out this way here, where we just went in, and we'd stop at the observation deck. Then we'd have to walk down and stuff. And it's a pain sometimes when you thought I heard some deer, but it's probably just the squirrels. It's a pain sometimes when you're walking real far and you're in the woods. It's nice and cool, and you get out there and you're already hot and tired. You can see the posted signs, posted all over the place. Which we come up here, we're respectful. White blaze. The white blazes show you which trail you're on. There's different color blaze marks, and there's also different shapes. When I get to some, I will show you. You got one fern there waving in the wind. It's saying hi to you. It's telling you to have a good morning. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope all is well. I think it's them darn squirrels. Yeah, there's a bike path that goes up that way. I mean, they're all over the place. The ones that aren't marked, that's what we took them the one day, but right now we're gonna go down here a little ways, and then we will it's so peaceful. I'm done sniffing around. Let's go. He's always on a good smell. Always on a good smell. Here. Let's see here. So we have, this is what I'm talking about. So you have a white blaze, a rectangle, and then you have a red blaze triangle. Sometimes there might be a red blaze rectangle and a red blaze triangle. So you have to be aware of the different shapes and stuff also. Before I knew what that meant, we would just come out and just walk, and I had no clue. This was years and years and years ago. And what the heck is this stuff? And I actually grabbed the map and started looking and researching and stuff. And then I figured out or learned what they meant. So we're going to take the white blaze and we're going to go this way. So we have not been this way for a long time. Again, I want to welcome you. I appreciate everybody that supports me, or supports the channel, I should say, because my wife does come on here and she's part of the channel too. And he's definitely, are you definitely part of the channel? Hey, you part of the channel? Yeah, see, he's part of the channel. He's in almost every single video. I don't think I'd have it any other way. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. This will be a nice slow walk. No speeding through or anything like that. Just taking our time, and it's very cool in here. Very, very cool. I know some parts of the woods are get a little bit warm. The other day we were up here, not sure if that was a squirrel or a chipmunk. The other day we were up here, we were on a different trail, and there were so many freaking chipmunks. I saw so many chipmunks the other day, and they were so loud and noisy. They were yelling at me. They'd like scurry off, or that way they'd like hide behind something and peep their heads up and sit there and make their little sounds, and you could tell they were yelling at me. I was trying, I wasn't recording too much, but I think I had my GoPro with me, and it's sort of hard to get a picture because it don't zoom in that good. Another good smell. Got the sun coming up there. Look at that. It's so beautiful. There it goes. That's so awesome. It's just a little morning walk. Talk about stuff. Whatever. Feel free to chat. Welcome in. Talk about nature. We can teach each other stuff. I'm not no guru of nature. I know a little bit of stuff, but I like coming out here to clear my head and just to see what I can see, because I know that sometimes you can go on the same trail 10, 20, 30 times, and each time you go on that trail, you'll see something different. At least for me. And we don't walk very fast in the woods. This is about our speed with him, because he likes to He likes to take his time and smell everything. Come on. But very, very nice. Very peaceful. Hoping to see some deer over here. One day we were doing a live on a different trail. And I stopped and I was talking, and there were deer right there. And they were sort of behind, there were some trees and stuff, like some pine trees. And then I saw them, and they just sort of stood there and looked at me like, what's this guy doing? But it was pretty cool. I like looking at the trees like that. That's so awesome. The root systems and stuff like that. So cool. See, this trail's marked pretty good, so you'll be able to see the blaze marks. Some of the trails are marked really well, and some trails may not, so it's good to know where you're going, or have a map or something. Or maybe see if you will have self-service. Yeah, see, here's some bicycle trails, or some mountain bike trails that you can see. Come on. You always have to watch out for these guys here. Some dead trees that fell over, because you don't want that to fall on you, that's for sure. I try to scoot under them as quickly as I can. Here's pretty cool, that tree that's all crooked. Got some more ferns. Usually if a trail will turn, they'll have, like, I believe they'll have two blaze marks, so they'll have one here, and they'll have one like up here, telling you to go that way, or vice versa. But this one just loops around along the perimeter, and then it'll come out by the parking lot, which we may dip down into another trail then. But for now, I think we're just going to stay on this one here. Come on. Well, I was going to wait till we got up to the observation deck to start the live, but because I knew when I got up there I was going to sort of take a little bit of a break, but all is well. I figure, well, I'll just show them the trail, or the path or whatever that we're going up to. But there's another observation deck on the other side. You gotta watch where you're walking there, bud. There's some ferns. My phone will like refocus and like zoom out some. I don't know why it does that. Here's some ferns there. Is that a turkey? I'm trying to figure out what that is over there. Hold on, bub. Is that a tree root? I can't really tell. The sun's looks like a bird over there, some type of a bird, but it's not really moving. It's like way out there. It's hard to tell what that is. How peaceful this is. Good morning, good morning. How are you doing today? Welcome in, welcome in. If you've joined me or have joined me, I want to tell you thank you. Truly appreciate it. Oh man, I want to see something real quick. Try to figure something out on here if I can. I don't know if we'll see anybody. These parking lots can be so packed sometimes to come up here and you won't see anybody sometimes, and sometimes you only see a few people. It's really, really crazy. This place has a lot of acreage. You got a bench here to sit on there. If you just want to walk down here a little ways and hear the squirrels up there. So this would be the position here at the bench. We're gonna keep heading down this way. Wow, that's totally awesome. Check that out. That is crazy. Look at that thing. And it's not broken. It's like like grew off the tree like that. That's absolutely crazy. Coming in the sun. It's sort of hard to see in front of me there. Come on, bub. Whew. That was definitely a blinder. Yeah, I like walking on this. It's like a nice soft. Come on this way. Sorry about that. He likes to put the brakes on sometimes. He'll fall behind me so I'm walk. I'll have my arm stretched out behind me, holding the leash, and he'll just put the brakes on because he smells something. That's really cool there. That fern. Lots and lots of ferns up through here. There's some more over there. Some of the areas are nothing but ferns. No weeds, no nothing, just ferns. Here's some, not very many, but some May-apples there. When we get to more of them, I'll show you what they are. There's not very many here. There's a lot of weeds around them, so it's hard to show you what they are. I like that little that tree root there. That's really cool. Now we're going to start heading up this hill. So, let me see here. These aren't really. I'll wait till we. Oh, here, come over here for a minute. Come here for a minute. So these here are May-apples. These here, I've probably said it 100 times if you watch my channel. And you got these here that have one leaf. Lost train of thought. The ones that have two leaves, you'll see it have one stem and then it branches off to two. This part right here will get a flower. That one's already had a flower. Now, you can eat them, but you do your research because they are also extremely, extremely deadly or extremely poisonous. There's like only a certain time to eat them. I've never ate them, and I probably won't. But there's only a certain time that you can. If you eat anything in the woods or forest, make sure you do your research absolutely good, because it can be life or death. But if we come across any more of them May-apples that have flowers, I'll definitely show you. The flowers are so beautiful. They're really, really nice. And this is why our walks take so long, because he smells everything. That's perfectly fine. Hold on. And I have to stop and look at everything. That's so cool right there. Yeah, I know somebody one time left, hold on a minute, bub. Someone left a comment one time asking why I bring him with and why do I walk so slow and all this negative stuff. And I didn't answer because I don't know, I just don't answer like negative stuff. I bring him with the same reason why someone would bring their dog or animal with, or their kids, because you want to enjoy stuff with them and you want to spend time with them, because life's short. Life goes by really quick. Nope, let that be. Hold on. Life goes by really, really quick. There's some mushrooms. So he's with me almost everywhere I go. So, and that's just how that is. And here's a whole bunch of May-apples. I think they're pretty much done. I don't see any. I know different sections of the woods have it's really weird, because I've been in different sections of the woods and I'll see some May-apples that are just starting to get their flower, and then I'll see some that are like already done and like looks like they're dying off. It's just sort of weird. here's some more here. Hold on a minute. Yeah, these here look like they're pretty toast too. Here's well, there's one. It looks like the thing got broken off. You can see where it broke off at, but it didn't bloom. But usually if they have two, here, scoot up some. Okay, stop for a minute. So if they stop, so you can see that right there, that bulb, that's going to be a flower then. There's a couple more. I see a bunch more. So I'm not sure which part is edible. I have no clue. And I didn't even know that till I was doing a video about them, and somebody, I forget who it was. I'm not even sure if it was on this platform or if it was on another platform. If when I put a video on, I'll usually either do YouTube or TikTok. But anyways, someone told me about that they were edible, and I went and looked it up because, not being disrespectful to anybody, but you always have to do your own research, because they may be right and they may not be right. You just don't know in this day of age. So it's always good just to do your own research, because maybe they were right, but maybe I misinterpreted something, and I didn't see that they said like there's only certain types. There's only a certain type of year that you can eat them, or when they're a certain color, or something. If they would leave that part out and then I would eat it, I would get really sick, or something else bad could happen. So definitely want to do your research with stuff like that. Good morning, welcome in. How's everybody doing this morning? Taking a little morning walk. There goes a squirrel across the trail there. I've not seen any deer yet. One trail we usually see deer. We were on it yesterday and we did not see any deer. There goes Fast Bobby. Frozen in time. I like watching the squirrels. I call them pesky squirrels sometimes because they make a lot of racket in the leaves and stuff like that. And they sound like, we're going this way. It almost sounds like a deer jumping around, or like walking through the woods sometimes when they jump. Lots of ferns. Got the sun glistening on the ferns. This is a nice trail. I don't think it's too difficult trail to go down. Definitely not handicap accessible. Now, part of it is when we first went in, and I think the other part at the parking lot, the other part of this is handicap accessible a little bit, because it has that real fine, like, gravelly stuff. That's really cool. I love looking at these like tree roots with the moss on them and stuff like that. Down there's another posted sign. There's another posted sign. So this will go along the barrier of someone's property. That's the correct terminology I wanted to use. Still on the White Blaze Trail. Come on. Just a nice slow morning walk. I hear him, I just don't see him. There's a chipmunk somewhere. They blend in so well. So peaceful. So nice. I hear some donkeys down over the hill down there. Come on. There you go. Very, very nice. Very nice. So peaceful. So quiet. It's nice just to walk sometimes and not talk and just soak it all in. These trees here, there's some that have like a little dip in the middle. Sort of like this and like that. But there's some on a different trail that they have this dip and they have ferns and stuff growing out. And it's covered with moss. It's so awesome. And this tree here is so dead. It's a big, big tree. So we're gonna get the stepping up this way a little bit. I've been in here when it's not even breezy or nothing, and you hear the trees creaking and they just snap and break. So you want to try to be aware of what's around you and above you and stuff also. There's that there, little mushroom in the trunk of a tree. I'm not saying that it will happen, I'm just saying it could happen. That trees could just break and fall. It's just good to be aware of your surroundings, especially when there's a lot of dead trees and stuff like that. If you guys can hear that donkey down there. Some ferns. Hold on, bub. Very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. So I'm going to try to start doing morning lives every morning if I can, or every day. We'll see how some of the mornings go. Because, you know, some mornings you just wake up and you're just not having it. I know I'm that way sometimes. I'm just like, yep. Squirrels way up in there. A whole bunch of them. There's one over there. There's a trail over there on that side. Probably another mountain bike trail. Hold on a minute. I love these roots here with the moss and the stuff like that. Really, really cool. There's some more moss. Sort of hard to see with the sun and the shade and stuff. Apologize. Yeah, there's a trail over there. If you can, hopefully you can see it up there by the ferns, and it comes along the edge here. It goes over that way. It's just so peaceful and so quiet, and you got me gabbing. Okay, let that be now. Yeah, see, hold on, we're not going that way. See, there's the white blaze. Continue straight, but here's that path for the mountain bikers. Goes this way and it goes up around, goes through that way. That would be really fun to do. Especially when I was younger. Oh, I would have loved that. Because I used to ride my bike everywhere. There was a couple spots where we lived at in the woods that we used to ride at. And then there was a friend of mine that lived on a farm that had a nice big section of woods, real wide trails and stuff that they made. We'd ride bikes in there and drive like old junk cars through there and stuff like that. It was sort of fun. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Not sure if I can see the comments or not. I don't know what happened. I don't know if you left any comments or not, but I appreciate it. I don't see anything on the screen. I don't know if I hit a button or not, but I apologize. I do appreciate you liking and being here. Truly appreciate it. Just out for it. There it is. There's the comment. Just got here. It's Brooklyn Girl. Look, it's Brooklyn Girl. Hey, come here. Say hi. Look here. Say hi. He says top of the morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I think I'm going to start doing some live videos on YouTube here, because the TikTok, the scammer stuff is just, it's just out of control. It's too much for me. I tell you what. Oh man. It's a hot mess. I like being on the other platform sometimes, but sometimes it's just too much sometimes. I like something like laid back and slow and stuff. I can't make up my mind. Brooklyn Girl says hi to you. I just can't make up my mind sometimes. It's like a love-hate relationship, but I like flip-flop back and forth. There they go. Okay. It definitely is something else. You got that right. It's definitely something else. We're up in the woods close to our place, where we usually go sometimes. We're just on a different trail. We're on a white blaze trail, and I figured we'd just come up here, go for a walk. We were up here yesterday. Yeah, see, here's another. Let's go up this way for a minute. So I was saying about they do mountain biking up here and stuff, and they'll ride like up these trails because this ain't a marked trail, but they'll ride up that and they'll come down it. They may go up that other trail there, and they'll ride down that like that. It's pretty crazy. Come on, we're going back down this way. But yeah, I've seen some of these guys. They just go flying through here. Come on, back down here. Yeah, that I don't know. The TikTok is just it's nice, it's fun, people can engage and stuff. It's just a lot of scammers on there. A lot. I mean, there's scammers on any platform, but I think TikTok has the most, and they don't really do anything about it. Here's some ferns. We have not seen any deer yet. It's been a long time since we've been on this trail here. This area here is really pretty. Yesterday we were on the Red Blaze Trail and we saw a nice big hawk that was being chased by a bunch of crows. This trail here loops around, so I have to put more videos on that. I've figured out how to edit them on my phone because the editing things I was using is like I don't know if it's my internet or not because they were doing something with the internet service around my house or area I should say, and it's been like everything's been acting up. I think I see deer or something up through that thick area here. Look, there's deer. Come here, bub. Hold on. Hold on. There's some. You can really see them. Darn, it's so thick. There's deer up here. Let's backtrack. Let's see if we can see them. Hold on, Bubba. I just saw some deer, but it's so thick. I want to backtrack a little bit. I can see them just. Darn squirrels. Hold on. They're right up. There it is. I see it. See if I can zoom in. It's straight. Right between here. It's really hard to see. Trying to see if I can. know if you can see it or not. It's like right there where my fingertip is. Hold on, bub. I'm just sort of having a stare off right now. It is bumpy for bikes. You see it? It's like behind that big brown pile of, I think, a tree there. Then it's right behind that. Well, we saw one deer, so I'm happy. I could hear it doing that, making that sound that they make. That round, round. Well, we got to see one deer, not up close like we usually do, but yep. And I got the chipmunks and the squirrels yelling at me, and the birds. So how are you doing this morning? How's everybody doing? Sometimes these squirrels make a ruckus, and they sound like a deer, and it's a bunch of squirrels jumping in the leaves. This is so thick through here. Hold on, Bubba. Let me see what. That's good. Sorry that it's grainy. I apologize. Hold on, Bubba. Let's see. The ticks are still out. Yeah, we've been checking with for ticks. It's the one. It's very hard to see them sometimes. They are extremely small. I had one on my phone not too long ago, and then I got off. I almost didn't even see it going across the screen. It was so small. And then I had another one that was small like that on my arm by my wrist. And they were literally, I saved them just in case, like, I get a red mark. But just the one was like trying to bite me, and I didn't know if it like already bit me or not. So I always save them. If I find them on me, I put them in a container, write the date, and then I save them. That way, if something happens, then I have the suspect or so. But they're as small as a tip of a toothpick. They're extremely, extremely small. I still have them because I saved them for a little while. I'll have to take a picture of them and show you. Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Absolutely. I keep the evidence. Because you never know. I had one bite me on the back of my leg the one time. And I didn't really know it. Tara saw it on the back of my leg. It was like up above my knee. And it was really, really small. So I saved that one. Here's some May apples. See if this has a flower on it. Hold on, Bob. This one. No, this is just a single one. I thought it was a two-leafer. The two leaves get the flowers, but I don't see any that have flowers on. They look like they already bloomed, and I did see some backaways that had a bulb on them. But yeah, we definitely keep your eyes peeled for ticks and stuff. It's hard to hold on. Yeah, I know. Thank goodness she was there. I'm I'm definitely lucky for that. Hold on a minute. I got spider webs all over my phone somehow. The one trail we went down through a couple weeks ago, I cleared all the spider webs, and then we went up this other trail, and there was a guy coming down the trail, and we stopped and talked for a minute. And he's like, "I just cleared all the spider webs for you." I was like, "Well, I just did that for you." Yeah, the ticks they can be very horrible. Here's some more ferns. He likes to walk and then stop right in front of me at my foot when my foot's like in the air getting ready to go down. See, we're right on the perimeter. This side here is a perimeter of someone's property. I'm going to stop right up here quick. That's really awesome. I like that. He tests all right. He tests my patience sometimes because he'll do that a lot. He'll just stop. I think we're going to stop up here quick. I'm going to get him a drink. Here, right here. Stop. I'm going to set you down for a second. I'm going to grab him a drink quick. Hopefully that don't fall over. Then we'll be on our way. Here. Yeah, this is a nice, it's not too rocky, it's not too hilly of a trail yet. It's been a while since I've been on this trail. I've been on pieces of it. There you go. Get a drink. Get your water. Speaking of ticks, right there was one on my leg. Yep. Just started on my leg. Okay, are you done? That's always good. The last couple times we came up here, I didn't have any on me, and he didn't have any on him, which was very nice. But there was one. Hold on. You got all wrapped up in this thing. All right. I don't really use the tick spray or anything. I don't really like to spray too much stuff on my legs because he will lick it off. Even if I put like lotion, if my legs get dry and I put lotion on my legs, he tries to lick the freaking lotion off my legs. And then he ends up getting sick or whatever. So, but he has tick medicine that he has. But I've pulled some off him here and there. But yeah, I don't have any. I think there's some type of like a band or something you can get. That might be for mosquitoes. I'm not sure. I have to check into it. Because I did want to make some kind of like essential oil, but then there's certain essential oils that he can't be around. So it sort of makes it hard because he likes to lick everything. So there's someone's edge of someone's property. Pretty nice. Be nice to live right down there. Probably where that's probably the farm that we heard the donkeys from earlier. All right, we're coming up on a blue blaze trail. We're still on the white blaze here. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I look and then I forget, and then it's so hard to know sometimes, even when you do your research, because I try to look up like on a whole bunch of different sites and stuff like that. And if you look up on, we're gonna go this way on the white blaze. I forget what the one site is that we look up. It's for the dogs, but they just want you to give um like pet medicine and stuff like that, which I really don't like to do too much. Here, we're gonna go this way, bub. If we go that way, that goes way down over the one hill, and we'll just go this way. But I know there's different things that you can use or do that's pet safe for myself. I just haven't. I guess I've been too lazy. He's just taking it all in. But yeah, it's. I'll have to try to remember to look something up. Because I know there's different things you can spray, and if you look too, some stuff will say pets can't be around this and pets can't be around that. And then you look something else up and it'll say they can be, and it's, hold on. See, that's really cool when they grow out the tree like that. Some ferns. Yeah, there'll be some nice spots up here to throw a tent up at. Or just sit up here and just relax. At least that tick was pretty big. That was actually the biggest tick I've seen all year long. But I definitely don't want to get bit by any ticks, but especially that Lone Star tick. That's the one that you can't eat. It gives you some type of allergic reaction. You can't eat like red meat or meat byproducts or something like that. Not 100% sure, I'm not 100% sure what all it you can't eat with it, but I know it gives you some type of allergic reaction. And it gives you, well, I seen a video that gave this guy like one heck of a rash. Like it was just, his neck and his face was just destroyed. Yeah, it is terrible. It's absolutely horrible. I'll say it, I know I probably shouldn't, but these people making these, I guess, bioweapons and putting them in the woods and dropping on people's lands and the mosquitoes and stuff, it's absolutely horrible. Whew. See, here's a nice bench. It's a nice area to walk. That don't have any blaze marks on it down that way. This would be a nice area just to come up here and just sit and get away. But it is good to take your trash with you. There's trash over there. And we went, see, normally we would walk from the direction that we're heading. We'd come up this way. But when we got here, I went the other way because there's a trail that we have to go down. It's all open. It's like a stone path or whatever. And it's pretty long, and the stone's real thick. It was at the beginning of my live, if you watched the beginning of it. So it's a pain in the butt when you get out of the woods and you got to walk the whole way back that way. So I said, you know what? We'll just start up there and go the other way. I just can't get over these tree roots, how they get so smooth and stuff, and with the, I don't know, I absolutely love that. Hold on, bub. Thought I felt something on my leg, but it was my shorts rubbing on my leg. Yeah, most of the beginning of the trail and the other end where we started is like this, and the end of the trail, which this here is like this. So a good bit of the trail is like, has like this small gravel and stuff on it. This here would be handicap accessible when you get like to the beginning of it, or when you start at the beginning. You could walk down pretty far. It'd be easy to push like a wheelchair or someone that can't walk very well. And there are some stones and rocks. Say hi. Hey. Hi. Yeah, it is. It's very quiet. It would be yeah, it's nice to sit and take a break there and just relax. They have benches not all through here, but different areas there's benches. There's a trying to think what trail it is. I think it's the Yellow Blaze Trail. I'm not sure if it's like a triangle or a rectangle yellow blaze, but me and Tara walked that the first time we did that, and we got up in the top of this hill, because you're like way down at the bottom and you have to go up this really steep hill we got up there. There was literally a bench like in the middle of the woods. I don't know if they just put it there or what, but it was like the cleanest bench I've ever seen in my life. And then me and him we did that trail not too long ago. And the benches, it's like still clean. It's like crazy. Because some of these other benches that are on like trails like this are full of like moss and like mold and stuff like that. The squirrels over there playing parkour. These ferns are so beautiful. I love them. There's a little, hold on, bub. There's a little pine tree there if you can see it. Right there. That's pretty cool. It's very quiet. Very, very peaceful. I think right before you joined live, there was a tree that had this big growth coming out of it. It was really cool, really weird. I've never seen that before. I've been on this trail a bunch of times, and I don't remember ever seeing that tree. That's what I was saying before. Like, you can walk the same trails a whole bunch of times, and you'll see something new each time. At least for me, I do. And we don't walk very fast because I just let him take his time. Got some little holes and crevices in there. I like when the ferns and stuff grow out of them. Or the wildflowers and stuff. See the squirrels jumping around. There's lots of squirrels through here. Lots of squirrels. That's a little baby squirrel there. I like watching them. They're really, really cool. Good morning, welcome in. See, this is pretty cool here. This got that there. And you got that there. That's so cool. They are cute. They can be a pest sometimes. Here, come here. Just wait a minute. I want to check it. He started. Make sure he don't have no ticks on him here quick. Okay. I'll check him more when I get home, but he had a little bit of the itches. Now I want to make sure wasn't a tick on him either. We've been pretty lucky so far. Knock on wood up here. I gotta knock on this tree now, because I've only had, I think it was like 3 or 4 ticks on me all year so far. Actually, no, I had a couple more. I had some on me right before spring came. Right before spring came, I think I had like 2 or 3 on. So maybe no more than 10 ticks. But and we're out here a lot. So I'm pretty lucky. And him, I think I only pulled like 2 or 3 off of him. And they were really small too. But the last two, not the one today that I just pulled off, but the last two they were extremely small. They